Imagine a shipment of 10,000 winter jackets arrives at your distribution center, and, well, quality control finds that every armhole seam is splitting.
Right, yeah, an absolute nightmare scenario for any production team.
Exactly. I mean, was it the thread, the machine tension, or and maybe just a missed detail in the tech pack? Welcome to this deep dive into the reality of garment construction.
And today is dedicated entirely to you. The fashion designers, product developers, pattern makers, educators, and compliance teams who deal with these exact high-stakes scenarios every day.
We actually recently ran a short test phase of this audio format just to see how it would land.
Yeah, we did. And it worked brilliantly. So today marks the official launch of our ongoing series.
Right. And just to quickly explain how we process all this complex information, we should mention that this deep dive uses AI-generated voices to synthesize the material.
Right, but the expertise itself is entirely human. Every insight we discuss is strictly drawn from human-authored ABC Seams articles, books, and published material.
Spot on. Think of this audio series as, well, like an audio tech pack for your commute, translating technical written expertise into something you can actually absorb on the go.
We explore frameworks like the ASCS system. We look at how to classify stitches and construction details so that, a designer in London and a machine operator in Dhaka are visualizing the exact same seam structure.
Wait, why are designers and factory floors still miscommunicating so often? I mean, is the system itself flawed?
No, the system is not flawed at all, but the translation often is. Which leads us to the next vital stage, technical documentation.
Ah, the spec sheets and tech packs.
Right. We dive into the mechanics of assembly specs and sample comments.
Bridging pure design intent with actual production reality. But let's be honest, even with perfect specs, things still go wrong, right? Seams still rip.
They do, yeah. And when they do, we conduct what we call the autopsy of production. This is our failure analysis phase.
Right, finding out exactly what went wrong on the floor.
Precisely. We do not just note that a seam ripped. We reverse engineer to understand exactly why it tore under stress.
Oh, wow. So pulling apart real-world sampling mistakes and product recalls to figure out how the mechanics failed.
Exactly, so we can stop those errors from repeating.
It is literally dissecting the casualty to save the rest of the production run. Now, there is another layer to this, something completely invisible on the sketch. But if you get it wrong, the clothes never even make it to the shop floor.
Right, you are talking about compliance and materials. This covers the regulatory rules, chemical restrictions, and fabric performance standards.
The invisible guardrails, essentially.
Yeah. We explore how frameworks like REACH or OGOTEX dictate market entry.
Now, audio formats often have a reputation for, well, watering down dense topics. But a big promise of this deep dive is that if a concept in the ABC Seams material is highly technical, it stays technical here.
Absolutely. We will always explain the why and the how, but the goal is to equip you with a sharper vocabulary and a clearer mental model for your next factory meeting.
So we will not oversimplify the science of garment construction.
Never. If you want to bridge the gap between your sketches and the factory floor, make sure to subscribe to this deep dive feed.
Yeah, we are releasing a new deep dive every Wednesday.
Technical content for the people who actually make the clothes.
And as you head into your next production meeting, ask yourself, is the biggest risk to your next collection sitting in the design, or is it hiding in the invisible, undocumented details of your tech pack?